Have you ever wondered how life might have been in one of the most ancient civilizations of the world? The city of Babylon. Picture a place where architectural marvels like the Hanging Gardens and the Tower of Babel stood tall, where mankind's earliest strides in law, literature, and administration were made. This was Babylon, an ancient city that left an indelible mark on the sands of time. So strap on your time-traveling helmets, history buffs. Let's dive into the intriguing history of this city of wonders. Babylon, a city that rose from the dust of ancient Mesopotamia around 2300 BC, under the rule of its first king, Sumu-Abum. Let's step back in time, to a period when civilization was just beginning to realize its potential, when the world was yet to see the magnificence of grand cities and empires. This was the time when King Sumu-Abum, an Amorite prince, laid the foundation of what we now know as Babylon. Sumu-Abum, often overlooked in the annals of history, was the catalyst that sparked the rise of this remarkable city. His rule was marked by a series of strategic decisions and diplomatic maneuvers that allowed Babylon to grow from a small, insignificant town into a vibrant, independent city-state. Under his reign, Babylon was transformed into a hub of commerce and culture, strategically located on the banks of the Euphrates River. This location was not chosen randomly. The fertile lands, nourished by the river, provided the perfect conditions for agriculture, ensuring a steady food supply for the growing population. Moreover, the river acted as a natural highway, fostering trade and cultural exchange with distant lands. Sumu-Abum's rule also saw the construction of the city's first defensive walls, a testament to the city's growing importance and the need to protect its resources. These walls, while rudimentary compared to the grand structures of later periods, marked the beginning of Babylon's architectural prowess. Yet, Sumu-Abum's reign was not just about economic growth and urban planning. It was a period when the seeds of Babylon's cultural and spiritual identity were sown. It was during this time that the worship of Marduk, the city's patron deity, was established, setting the stage for Babylon's religious significance in the centuries to come. The reign of Sumu-Abum was a turning point, setting the stage for the rise of one of the most influential civilizations in human history. It was a time of transformation, growth, and the birth of a city that would leave an indelible mark on the annals of mankind. This was only the beginning of a grand civilization that was yet to unfold. Fast forward to the 18th century BC, and we see Babylon entering its golden age under the rule of Hammurabi. Now, Hammurabi wasn't an ordinary ruler. He was a visionary, a reformer, and a statesman par excellence. His unique approach to governance and law was so ahead of its time that it continues to influence legal systems around the world, even today. During Hammurabi's reign, Babylon flourished like never before. He was a master strategist and an ambitious ruler who expanded the city's boundaries, making it a dominant power in Mesopotamia. With a series of successful military campaigns, Hammurabi managed to bring much of Mesopotamia under Babylonian control, catapulting the city from a minor kingdom to a major empire. But Hammurabi's contributions to Babylon weren't limited to territorial expansion. He was also an exceptional administrator who brought about significant reforms in the Babylonian society. He is most renowned for his Code of Hammurabi, one of the oldest deciphered writings of significant length in the world. This set of laws was carved onto a massive stone stele, standing over 7 feet tall, and consisted of 282 laws covering various aspects of daily life. These laws were based on the principle of an eye for an eye, ensuring a fair and just society where the punishment fit the crime. Under Hammurabi, Babylon became a hub of culture, commerce, and learning. The city was beautifully designed with grand palaces and temples, bustling markets, and impressive fortifications. It was a city of splendor and magnificence, a city that was the envy of the ancient world. But Hammurabi's reign wasn't just about expansion and law. He also dedicated significant efforts towards infrastructure development, agriculture, and trade, which further boosted Babylon's prosperity. He commissioned the construction of canals, harbors, and roads, and promoted commerce and agriculture, thereby ensuring the well-being and prosperity of his people. Hammurabi's reign was indeed a defining period for Babylon, but the city had more to offer. The Golden Age of Babylon was not just a period of territorial expansion and legal reform, but also a time of cultural and intellectual growth that left an indelible mark on the annals of history. Let's jump to the 6th century BC, a time when Babylon was reborn, marking the dawn of the Neo-Babylonian Empire. This era was a period of resurgence, a time when Babylon once again stood at the center of the world stage. The Neo-Babylonian Empire, also known as the Chaldean Empire, was a time of great cultural and architectural achievements, largely thanks to a ruler named Nebuchadnezzar II. Nebuchadnezzar II ascended to the throne in the year 602 BC and reigned for an impressive 43 years. During his rule, Babylon grew in wealth and power, becoming a beacon of civilization in the ancient world. Nebuchadnezzar II was known for his military prowess and his ambitious building projects. He is often credited with the construction of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, although it's worth noting that this claim is still a subject of debate among historians. But the Hanging Gardens were not the only architectural marvel of Nebuchadnezzar's reign. He also undertook massive construction projects throughout the city, building palaces, temples, and fortifications. He rebuilt and expanded the city walls, creating a double line of defense that made Babylon virtually impregnable. He also constructed the Great Ishtar Gate, a grand entrance to the city adorned with glazed bricks depicting mythical creatures in vibrant colors. Under Nebuchadnezzar II, Babylon was not just a city of architectural splendor, but also a hub of culture and learning. The city was home to scholars who made significant advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and law. Alas, even the greatest of empires have their sunset. Following the death of Nebuchadnezzar II, the Neo-Babylonian Empire began to decline. It was not long before the mighty city was captured by the Persian king, Cyrus the Great, marking the end of Babylon's independence. The Neo-Babylonian Empire was the last great chapter in the city's history. Despite its fall, the legacy of Babylon, its culture, its wisdom, and its architectural marvels continue to captivate us to this day. Every rise has a fall, and so did Babylon. Its decline began with the ascension of a new power in the east, the Persians, under the leadership of the charismatic Cyrus the Great. In 539 BC, Cyrus, who was known for his military strategy and diplomatic finesse, laid siege to the city of Babylon. The Babylonians under King Belshazzar were caught off guard. The mighty city walls that had protected Babylon for centuries were breached, and the city fell to the Persians in one swift stroke. The conquest of Babylon was more than just a military victory. Cyrus, a wise and just ruler, was hailed as a liberator by the people of Babylon. He allowed them to practice their religion freely, and even helped in the restoration of their temples. However, under Persian rule, Babylon gradually lost its political significance and glory. The city's decline continued under subsequent Persian rulers and was further exacerbated when Alexander the Great took over in 331 BC. Despite Alexander's aspirations to make Babylon his capital, his untimely death led to the city's further decline. Over the centuries, Babylon was reduced to a mere provincial town, a shadow of its former self. Thus ended the story of one of history's greatest cities. Despite its fall, the legacy of Babylon lives on, reminding us of a time when it was the center of the world, a beacon of civilization and culture. So, what makes Babylon, the city of wonders, so fascinating? Well, let's take a moment to look back at what we've uncovered so far. We've journeyed through the rise of Babylon, a city that sprang up from the fertile lands between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. We've seen how it grew from a small settlement into a thriving center of civilization, teeming with life, culture, and commerce. We've walked through its golden age, a time when Babylon was a beacon of progress and innovation. The city was filled with stunning architecture, temples, and palaces, all designed with an artistry and skill that still astounds us today. Its hanging gardens were one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, a testament to the ingenuity and vision of its people. And let's not forget Neo-Babylonian Empire. This era saw the city reach new heights of power and prestige. It was during this time the renowned King Nebuchadnezzar II reigned, a ruler who left an indelible mark on the city and its people. But as with all great empires, Babylon had its sunset. We've delved into its decline, its fall, and the end of its grandeur. Yet, even in its downfall, Babylon continued to inspire and influence future civilizations. Babylon's contributions to society were many. It was a cradle of art, its sculptures and reliefs reflecting the beauty and complexity of human emotions. It was a pioneer in architecture, its ziggurats and city walls, a testament to the Babylonians' understanding of engineering and urban planning. But perhaps its most enduring legacy is its law. The Code of Hammurabi, one of the oldest deciphered writings of significant length in the world, laid the groundwork for justice systems that are still in place today. Babylon's legacy continues to captivate us, even after thousands of years. It truly was a city of wonders. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting facts.